Ana Mendieta and Her Influence in Earth Art by Anissa Becerril. The Life of Ana Mendieta. Ana Mendieta is a Cuban-American artist. She's born in Havana, Cuba on November 18, 1948. She came to America when she was 12 years old through Operation Pedro Pan with her sister to flee Fidel Castro's dictatorship. Mendieta and her sister were placed in foster homes and orphanages throughout Ohio. The two sisters were able to remain together while going through different orphanages and homes. Her family was politically active in Cuba, so she wasn't able to reunite with her mother and father until 1966. And her father until 1979 because he spent time in political prison for his involvement in the Bay of Pigs invasion. She attended University of Iowa to pursue her passion of art. Her artwork connects performance, conceptual, earthwork, feminist movement, and identity, and is heavily influenced by her Cuban background. She also pioneered earth art into the art world. She died on September 8, 1985 in New York City from a suspicious fall. Mendieta's early work. Ana Mendieta was making mature performance art while attending University of Iowa. One of her most known works, Death of a Chicken, Mendieta stands naked in front of her intermediate class holding a white chicken which is about to be ritually sacrificed. Mendieta holds the chicken upside down as blood pours down its feathers and blood sprays onto Mendieta. The white chicken is meant to represent the pure virginity of a woman. The violent sacrifice implies that a female only becomes a woman when she is only in sexual possession. The aim of the piece was to keep the destiny of female body in her own hands, not have someone else control your body. In this piece, she uses Afro-Cuban rituals. She uses the ritual sacrifice of a chicken to give a new experience of identity and sexuality. In her second piece, untitled Facial Cosmetic Variations in 1972, she uses FX makeup, wigs, and stockings on herself while making various faces to alter her appearance. The aim of this piece is to defy the beauty standards placed on women. By Mendieta drastically altering her facial appearance, she's challenging societal views on women. There's no ideal way for a woman to act, look, or dress, and Mendieta demonstrates this logic in her work. Mendieta's early work continued. Mendieta made many artworks aiming to bring awareness towards sexual violence and domestic abuse. She made these two pieces while attending college. Her most controversial piece, untitled Rape Scene, made in 1973, was influenced by the rape and murder of Mendieta's fellow classmate. She recreated the assault in a kitchen. She ties herself while being half naked and covered in blood on a table. Mendieta's goal was to bring attention to the case because it was ignored by the media, but many found the piece too explicit. People Looking at Blood, made in 1973, where Mendieta spills blood on the sidewalk to make it seem blood was coming out of the door. Mendieta was sat in a parked car to observe and take pictures of passerbys, but the majority just ignored the evidence of a possible assault. The Stiletto series. This is considered Mendieta's most important work. It's where she truly makes herself a pioneer of earth art. She sculpts herself into Mother Nature using natural elements. She uses her art to connect herself with all four elements of nature: fire, earth, air, and water by using landscapes, mud, rocks, etc. The series began in 1973 and lasts until 1980. The first piece of the Stiletto series is Imagen del Diego, made in 1973. She created this piece in Oaxaca, Mexico, which combined her interests of pre-Columbian history and her Catholic background. Mendieta picked a grave near the archaeological site of Yagel to lay nude, while white flowers were placed all over her. Mendieta's aim for this piece was to blend symbols of life and death. She used her body to symbolize the physical and cultural remains of Oaxacan landscape and used flowers on her body to symbolize sign of life. In this piece, she creates female silhouettes into nature. Mendieta's death and controversy. Mendieta died on September 8, 1985 from a suspicious fall from her 13-floor apartment in New York City. It was suspected that her husband, Carl Andre, a minimalist sculptor, pushed her. Neighbors heard the couple arguing before Mendieta's fall, and Andre had scratches on his face. Andre was tried for second-degree murder, but got acquitted due to lack of evidence. The acquittal angered many feminists in the art world and led to many protests. On Mendieta's 25-year death anniversary, her supporters organized the protest Donde está Mendieta, translated to Where is Mendieta? Many people in the art world found Mendieta's death ironic. The fact that her artwork was focused on violence towards women with obsession of death and mortality, then she unfortunately dies from suspicion of domestic violence. When people look at her work, they just think of the acquittal and protests following her death rather than her pioneering artwork. It's unfortunate that a controversy overshadowed all of Mendieta's influence she had in the art world. Mendieta's legacy. Ana Mendieta is an important artist who empowered the female identity by including second-wave feminism in her art and helped pioneer earth art into the art world. It's unfortunate that her controversial death overshadowed her true meaning of art. She changed the art scene by challenging women beauty standards, sexual and domestic abuse. She blended genres of land art, body art, and performance art with influences from her Cuban background and religion. Her career was barely starting, but she greatly impacted the art world.